Just to let you know, this is a recap of a video that we did a couple of days ago when we diagnosed a Samsung with a poorly MOSFET and a poorly fuse. I've got Bossman Mike with me today. Sometimes we meet up once or twice a month and get together, and Mike likes to drink his fizzy water and play along and help repair some TVs. This is the guy that trained me up. He made me the man I almost am. But anyway, so we've decided that we're going to repair at component level for this because it's only a FET and it's only a fuse. That's the only thing we can find wrong with it at the moment. So Mike's gone to all the trouble of searching for a correct MOSFET that we need. It's an NPN channel MOSFET we're looking for on the main part of this power board, and also we're looking for a fuse. And as soon as we've got all those sorted out, we're going to plug it in and get it going. But this is the board that Mike has repaired over there. You can see that's exactly where he's stuck the new MOSFET in place. And we've got a fuse too. So I'm just going to screw this board down, and then we're going to get the cameras ready and give it a test. We've taken the NPN channel MOSFET out of that power board. It's good keeping hold of old boards, because they do come in handy from time to time. And luckily this one had got exactly the N channel MOSFET that we needed. You don't have to go exact, but sometimes if you find it, you might as well use it. So anyway, power board's going to be screwed in. We've got the fuse in there as well, and we're just going to give it a test, and hopefully we can send it back to the customer. You have to remember that this is what's known as a chargeable job. And what do we mean by that in the trade? It means it's from a customer. So we are charging for this. But at the same time, if we can keep costs down, and it's always a laugh when I say that, because working at component level is not always in the customer's best interest, because it's not always the cheapest way of going about things. It's, from an engineer's point of view, it's probably one of the most satisfying ways of doing a repair, to say that you've worked on it yourself and put all brand new parts in. Well, it's satisfying when it works. But as you can see on this particular TV, we've plugged it in. There was a slight pop, and we're getting no standby light. So it looks like whatever took out the original fuse and MOSFET is still at large, and it's more than likely an overvoltage going to the MOSFET. We've got other things that we want to sort out this afternoon, plus, as we say, it's a customer's TV, so we don't want to spend too long on it. I mean, some people might think that we've spent too long on this anyway. So as you can see here, we've raided our stores, and for those people that have been with us for quite some time, you'll know that we were Samsung certified retailers and repairers, and we just got so many Samsung boards in stock. They are going down bit by bit, but we had so many, and just before we stopped becoming Samsung retailer and repair chaps, this TV was just coming out, so for some particular reason we got a couple of these in. But I did go and do some research on eBay, and the cost of a FET and a fuse would have been £5.50, really cheap. But the cost of a board, obviously second-hand, used board on eBay was £4.50. So on this occasion, if you're looking after the pennies and looking after the pounds, etc., it would have made more common sense just to go and buy a new board. But we've got these in stock anyway. Not too sure whether this board is brand new. I've got a funny feeling it is. It would probably come from what we class as new old stock, which is a new board that's never been used and it's just been left on the shelf. Bearing in mind this TV being an MU, is now about 5 years old. So Mike's just plugging everything in, and we're just going to double check that the diagnosis of the power board is absolutely correct. Well, we know the power board's faulty, but there's every chance it could have taken a higher voltage to the main board, and then we'd have to go searching for a main board. But before we start thinking about that sort of thing, let's just get the cameras lined up. I'm zooming in this camera to look at the standby light, because that's the most interesting thing. When you plug a TV and you don't stand there waiting for the backlights to come on and the Samsung logo or anything like that, you want to see if the standby light either comes on or if it starts flashing. And on this particular occasion, as I can show you if I just switch to that camera, in saying that, you possibly can't see because it's a bit on the dark side, but the red standby light does start to flash, and then the TV bursts into action. But as soon as it burst into action, and I don't know if you've noticed it yet, we've noticed something which I didn't really think about when I took it in from the customer. There you can see a bit more. But unfortunately, not only is this TV suffered with a poor power board, luckily it hasn't taken the main board out, but it's also suffering with the blue-purple tint because the backlights are going that way. Now, this camera is making it look really bad, the one that's zoomed in on the bottom, but I've just moved the main camera angle and you can see that it's settled down a little bit. The customers wouldn't have known this because this is their only TV in their living room, so they've got nothing else to judge it against. But we've got 5 or 6 other TVs in the workshop, and we can tell that it's got the blue tint of death. But our job at the moment was just to get the TV working. So I'm going to take this back to the customer, plug it in. They'll probably be very happy with the fact that their TV is working. I will drop a hint about the LEDs turning blue, and maybe in a few months' time, if it bugs them, because I don't think they've noticed yet, they'll want a repeat job and we can repair it. But it's up and running because of a power board replace.